for yours. Ooh, this is about to fall away.
Oh gosh, again. Alright, there we go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy from all over the world, even though I've not been all over the world.
Come to San Diego.
I come to inspire, I come to uplift, I come to motivate. It's your boy King Kevin, and as soon as he turns around, he can introduce himself.
Yep. Hold on. We have a little.
Ayo Nick, Ayo Nick.
I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified. Myself.
You got a pimple.
Yes.
You got a pimple.
Yes.
You have a pimple.
Yes, it's a pimple of greatness. But I'm still. That means I'm still young. Yeah.
So, we spoke to you guys a couple of weeks ago about us coming back. Now, this cat would want to get up on the table. Get out here.
I know, Spinks. We let him out so that he wouldn't be giving commentary the whole time and everything. Hey, everybody.
So,
hey.
Yeah. So, we said we were coming back. So, here we are.
Yeah. Jesus. We're dual streaming on my page, Stony Greatness on Facebook.
And on mine, I'm King Kevin Blackmine, too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm King Kevin. So anyway, this is something that we want to do. We want to get back in the habit of coming together, talking about different issues that we see, that we're concerned about, that we think is just plain out entertaining, and share it with you guys. So, that being said, we're going to jump right in. And I just want to get some updates. What's going on with Mr. Stoney here? What's new with you? What's new in your life?
The last time you guys saw me, I was still a young guy, and everything. Now, as of April 2nd, I am officially a part of the Super Old Guy Club. I am 30, but I am sexy.
I gotta say this.
Let
me say this. 30 has never looked so damn good.
No, it hasn't.
So,
no, it hasn't.
Happy belated.
So, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Things have been good. Things have been good. I had a very, very nice surprise party by my family. Appreciate the Greatness Clan for that. House of Greatness is awesome, But it is what it is. I had a great time. So it was a good time.
Good. So
what's up with the king?
Wait, before we get to let's talk more about you. Did you get wasted on your birthday?
Yeah, I was nice and buzzed. I don't want to say I was white girl wasted, but I got chocolate wasted.
Yeah, that's good. I like chocolate wasted.
Yeah, I like chocolate wasted too.
So me, I'm not violent. I'm not really a violent person. I really have been, but I'm about to murderize this kitty.
Stop it. He's just going
because
crazy.
Honestly, if we put him in a room, you guys gonna hear him meow the entire hour.
Y'all watched the last time, he was giving commentary the whole time.
So let's see what happened with what's going on with me. I'm learning to do some things I should have learned a long time ago. Like I'm downsizing. I had a house. I downsized to a room. Now, don't ask me how I did it, but I managed to downsize to a room. I have a goal to save up a certain amount and to eventually buy a home versus renting. I'm just over renting. So I'm minimizing my life, trying not to do too much. We spend a lot of money doing stuff that we really don't need to. And that's my goal, to minimize. So that later on in life, I can have more lavish, bigger things.
Yeah. I mean, we all want a house. I know,
So I haven't celebrated a birthday. However, next month I will be. And I have no clue as to what I'm doing. And I'll be turning 21.
21, like, oh, that was so long ago. The
21 again.
But yeah, okay, we're gonna keep going.
I think I lost like 10 viewers on that one.
Yeah, because it's true. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I can't wait till your next birthday comes up. I don't know what we're gonna do, but
I always like to do something crazy or something different. So I don't know if I want to get wasted.
I'm still gonna get wasted.
Oh, you can get wasted. I don't know. I want to get wasted. Like I want to be coherent and pay attention to what's going on. Oh, see, y'all know I usually try to like block out the comments because it distracts me and I'm in the middle of a conversation and I forget what I'm.
He's always. What they say?
Right.
What they say?
So let me start with I acknowledge you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming and watching, spending an hour with us, spending however much time you spend with us. We appreciate it, and if we're not getting right to your comments, it's only because we're trying to keep the conversation going. I get distracted very easily because there's little notifications that's popping up over my screen, and it's very annoying.
Yeah.
So I want to look at Sony's camera.
We're pretty dark on mine. I don't know why. But,
because you got an Android. Anyway, shout out to iPhone users. If you got an iPhone, give me some hearts. If you got an Android, give me some smiley faces.
Either way, Android's better. But we're gonna dive right into, I guess, a couple little topics of the day or whatever. I don't even know what this cat is doing.
I wish you guys could see what this cat is doing.
Yeah.
That's right, hearts for iPhone users, smiley faces for Androids.
Hey Trace.
Actually, I think we might
Hey,
do that. We
Tim.
might have little different surveys and polls. And that's how we'll judge it. Hearts and smiley faces.
Hearts and smiley faces, so y'all participate along.
Right.
Let's see. A lot of stuff going on locally here in Philly coming up soon. We got the draft in town next week. The NFL draft. So excited. There's going to be a lot of NFL players, a lot of undercover boys coming into town. And they're going to be seeking this guy out.
I'm not excited.
Because of the undercover boys is going to be seeking this guy out.
I will not be found.
Oh.
At all.
Oh, I bet if that nice first round pick with that real nice body staying in that hotel room, you know.
I won't be in the hotel room.
No,
I'm going to. He wouldn't have a way to contact me because I'm staying completely away from the NFL draft.
Hit you up on Facebook because he's watching right now. Who knows? But yeah, we got the NFL draft.
Why was the cat trying to run up the wall?
Cause he's crazy.
I'm sorry, like that's a distraction right there.
The cat is crazy, guys. Let's see. We got the pen relays, and of course, you know what comes with the pen relays.
Wait. That's all in the same weekend.
Yeah, it's
so
always
it's the draft,
and Black Gay Pride here in Philly. Yeah. All the
even
hot
more
black
reason
guys
for
coming
me,
in town.
Even more reason for me to stay indoors. I'm going into the bunker, DEFCON number 7.
Yeah, no. I'm always in a bunker. You know what I mean? I mean, Castle Greatness is what it is. It's a fortified bunker, and I am always secluded. You know, PB&J is not having that, so.
I think it's fun to go out and socialize, and there's more to Black Gay Pride than just partying. There are workshops, there are things going on during the daytime, there are brunches, there are conferences, there are things that happen during Black Gay Pride, so we don't have to only go to the parties, but there's nothing wrong with going to parties either.
Yeah, if you like that sort of thing.
Right, so you don't have to be in the bunker. Yep. I don't know. I'm just not too up on Pride this year.
Yeah, we'll get into Pride. We have a whole segment devoted to Pride. We'll get to that later. Let's see. What else is going on? Serena Williams is pregnant. A lot of celebrities. Beyonce got twins.
To hear about Serena getting pregnant. Don't overshadow Serena.
Yeah, no,
Beyonce.
I'm not trust me, I'm not.
Beyonce always overshadows people.
No,
give Serena
but Serena,
moment.
yes,
give her a moment.
Guys, Serena Williams. Just in case you didn't know, Serena Williams just announced that she was 20 weeks pregnant about last week or earlier this week. I don't know which one, but either way, if you line everything up correctly, right? That means that she was 2 months pregnant when she won the Australian Open earlier this year. And that right there is a feat because that means that she beat a whole bunch, some of the best women tennis players in the world, pregnant. She can beat them now. Like she's been beating them, you know, regular, not pregnant, and beating them handedly. And then she went through the Australian Open, did not lose a set, okay? Did not give up anything.
Serena Williams is like a goddess.
Like, she is Wonder Woman personified.
She is.
Like, it is what it is.
You have to give it to her. She's a superhuman woman. She really is.
Hence, proving my point. I mean, I'm on record. Go back and listen to our shows about what I think about certain things. Hence, proving my point. That's all I gotta say.
Also, let me say this to everybody that's watching. I love you guys. We appreciate you. Do us a quick favor. Share this video. Share it on whoever. If you're following Stoney or if you're following mine,
share.
I appreciate the hearts, the likes, the smiley faces, but share it. Let someone else know that the GreatMines show is going on right now.
We're having some crazy conversations.
And it's going to get crazier.
Trust me.
We're on the same page here.
Yep.
So go and share it. It's a little button that you can say share. And I usually try to avoid the comments because it distracts me. But no, I want to see your comments. I want you guys to be a part of the conversation. So,
and bring in your people, because I'm sure everybody, the more opinion, that's the thing. We here would like to be the conference, the coffee table, the conference table of America. That is what we want our show to be. Because we want to have some hard discussions. This is where the hard discussions happen. This is where the crazy discussions happen.
Right.
This is where free speech really lives. Right here on the GreatMines show.
And we want to, well, I want to anyway. I know hopefully he'll jump in. I want to talk about politics.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but I want to ask your opinion on a couple of things. But again, more things we'll get to.
Yeah, we'll get to
So
that.
I see a couple of people share. I see a share here and there.
Yeah, hey.
Thank you guys for that.
Thank you.
All right. So where do you want to get started?
So I want to let's see. Let's talk about let's talk about a little juiciness. Let's talk about a little juiciness right here. Okay.
I smell a housewife.
that we can talk about housewives if y'all want to talk about housewives, but I don't know if a lot of you guys have been keeping up with the news either. But if you guys have heard about, I don't know if you guys have heard about Aaron Hernandez. I know back when we had the radio show, I touched on his situation a little bit. Aaron Hernandez was a tight end, which is a position on a football team, believe it or not.
I thought you said he had a tight rear end.
I know what a tight end is. I coach a football team.
So he has a tight rear end?
Probably, but we'll
Nice.
get there. We'll get
Nice.
there. That's coming up. But look, right? It's a position on a football team. For those of you that don't know, tight end is. It's a really good position. But he
tight end.
Apparently he shot somebody back in the day. A guy named Odin Lloyd, and he was convicted, was serving a life prison.
Did the guy
life in
shoot
prison
die?
Sentence. Yeah, he died.
Damn.
It was murder. Life in prison, no chance parole, sentence and everything. Well, come to find out, he was also tried a couple weeks ago for 2 more murders. Got acquitted, but last week, and then also he was found, hung himself in his prison cell, in jail and everything. Well, things have come out as of late about that situation. Relevant to, kind of sort of our community here, because it comes to find out that they found suicide notes. They found 4, I believe, suicide notes. One to his daughter and his fiance, one to his family, I think one to his teammates, and then there was one to his gay prison lover. So apparently there have been...
gay.
Yeah, gay prison lover. So apparently, there has been all this stuff that has come out as of late with his apparent secret bisexual lifestyle. The 3 notes is what my friend is telling me. But apparently, he had this secret bisexual lifestyle, and that it may have been a reason for that first killing was because of the fact that the guy who was related to his fiance in some type of way was going to out Aaron Hernandez and say, hey, you're screwing around and people got to know, apparently, and you can't marry old girl when you're screwing around with dudes, and apparently, so this is all allegedly and stuff like that. But I just found this interesting. I'm just saying. I'm just.
It's not like he's gonna sue you.
I'm protecting us.
He can't sue you. He won't sue you.
Well, true. It might be his family. I don't know. She might be a fan. Who knows? But I'm just saying, wow, just all that is a lot, and then for it to basically center around sexuality is kind of sad. I know you and I live our lives very much open, and a lot of people don't live their lives open, and that's their choice. But when lives are at stake, I don't think lives should be at stake when it comes to certain things like that.
We don't know, but do you think that he committed suicide because of his life sentence, or he committed suicide with the idea of being outed?
Well, people say that the main reason was financial, because he was approaching a point where a lot of his money would have had to have went to his victims, and in order to, I guess, if in the event that he died or something like that, it went to his family instead of going to his victims and everything. So I guess he was reaching that point. That was what some people and what I read out there, that he was just basically trying to ensure that his money stayed with his family, and that But I don't know why. He could have been fed up with it.
But in this situation, he has even less control over where his money is going. He can't really look out for his family at this point because he wasn't married yet. Only his successor, which would be his daughter. But other than that, it's kind of made it a little worse.
Yeah, yeah. Now a lot of people is apparently, hurt by this. Is gay lovers apparently on suicide watch at the prison.
Wow.
And stuff, and that's just an overall sad story to an overall sad story. I mean, that story in general, and you go back and watch the tapes, it's all documented and everything. It is just a sad story. He was a great player on a good team. On the day that the New England Patriots were visiting the White House, was when he committed suicide. So it's a little bit.
He was mad because he didn't get to meet the 45th.
Probably. I doubt it. But seeing your teammates being successful, and honestly, you still would have been under contract with them had he played out his whole contract.
How did the team interact or respond to everything that's been going on with him?
As far as I know, the New England Patriots haven't responded yet. I mean, they said that they're aware of this particular tragedy, and that's pretty much all that they've said on it. And I wouldn't expect them to acknowledge it. They've kind of moved on as an organization, and they're going to have that attitude because it's the New England Patriots. That's just their attitude. They're just going to move on.
Okay. Well, we're going to move on.
Yeah. So, what else? So there's this. I wanted to do something, right? To get the people more involved.
All right. If we don't that, Curtis, you asked the question. What was the question? We'll answer it or respond to it. But it went up. We didn't see it. So re-ask your question. I'm sorry we made you wait, but I do want to answer your question. So re-ask it, type it over, and we will answer it. If you
Can we scroll down?
Let's see. Wait, we can do it. We can scroll down. Do you guys think that black people should be racist to fix racism? No.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I think so. In our community, in our world, we are several different cultures, religions, a lot of different things that separate us. And as a black American right now, there's a lot of discrimination, hate, which never really went away since racism. So I always encourage black men and women, gay, straight, Muslim, Christian, don't make a difference, to stick together, to come together, to become a people, and to work together in unity. That's only step one, because there is a such thing as the human race. So you don't fight fire with fire, because you'll end up with more fire. You have to conquer hate with love. So at some point, we got to separate our differences between, there's the black over here and the Asians over here, the Hispanics, the whites over here, the Arabic. We got to stop all that. We got to come together. That's the only time we're actually going to succeed in this life, is when we can forget about our differences and learn to love each other regardless. To answer your question. So, being racist...
Agreed.
No, it's not going to solve the problem.
Yeah, agreed. That I can't. You can't say anything better than that. Agreed. So, what were we about to get to?
well, you said that you wanted to.
I wanted to try something to get the folks involved and everything. So, especially our friends, we're going to do it under anonymity and everything else like that. But we want to start this thing where it's like, you're asking us. Ask us some questions. Ask us to help you out with your particular situation and everything.
Real quick, I agree with you, Curtis. Black people should stick together. We need to become a people. We need to support one another, support black business. You don't understand. I'm a big advocate for that. I want us to. I've been advocating the whole HIV stigma thing, that it may seem like I'm not talking much about black rights, equality, the black community binding together. But I'm a big advocate for that. Later down the line, even simultaneously, we should work together, everybody together, but that doesn't negate the fact that we as black Americans, black people, from whatever part of the world you're in, we need to unite. Bottom line.
Yep.
So there was a person anonymously who had a question or a situation and wanted our advice.
Yep.
So, and I really, 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 really want, but you can't do that without being biased. That's not true. So Curtis is gonna take over this whole show.
Yeah.
So Curtis said that you
we
can't
got
do
a
that
schedule,
without,
Curtis.
Hold on, no. But I like this. He said, but you can't do that without being biased to another group. That's not true necessarily, because I can love the hell out of Stoney and support Stoney. I can still support other people. I can still give, but I want to make sure that I'm taking care of my brother, because this is my brother. Again, it does not mean that I can't go support Tom over here because he's a different race. This is my brother too, but we need to build. And there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm going to take care of home first before I go take care of somebody else. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not being biased. It's taking care of home first.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Like how, hey, it is what it is. Like, say there's a black store around the way, I know that their prices may be a little bit higher on some things, but I'm going to buy some things from that black store because I want to support them. You know what I mean? I may buy my toilet paper from that store because it's just around the way and they sell, the brand that I like.
What's up,
I still may shop.
That was a joke.
I still may shop at Walmart, which is owned by a white family. It is what it is, for the sheer convenience of it. I may not, necessarily want, but it is what it is. That is how, you can do your part to support other people. I mean, little by little, go to an event put on by a black entrepreneur or something like that without asking for a discount. It's doing certain things, just little things that you can show your support.
Look, I am an openly black gay man who is HIV positive. Guess what? I'm unapologetically me. I'm going to support who I support, and I'm going to build and pour into my people. That does not mean that I don't love okay, so you guys see me all the time on Facebook Live or going around recruiting with my best friend, because he's not just my coworker, he's like my best friend, Dan. Dan is an older white man.
Friend of the show.
Yes. And I love the hell out of him, and we support each other, and we have great conversations with each other as confidants and counselors. Our relationship doesn't take away from anything that Stoney and I have, and the way we support each other and love each other. So it's okay to unapologetically be a black man and support black-owned businesses and ventures and entrepreneurs and artists, and still be a part of this America that we live in.
Yeah.
It's completely possible without being biased, without taking anything away from the black culture. It's completely possible.
Exactly.
So, before you ask another question...
We gotta move on, Curtis. Because we have a show to do, all right? We love you, but we gotta move on.
Curtis, you gotta come to Philly. So... Not right now, but inbox me a little later, because you got to come to Philly.
And he said, unapologetic black does not... Okay, you're going too fast.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're going too fast. Way too fast. Does not mean that you hate other cultures, but white people feel excluded, so they call you racist.
We're not... Look,
that's their problem, honestly.
Look, because I can go in on that, too.
That's their personal problem.
I can, but
but it's not really the case.
So there was a guy who... had a concern and he wanted our advice. I will let Stoney explain the concern, and then I will give my 2 cents. You'll give your 2 cents. Yes. You guys can chime in.
So I have a friend of mine, so it's like this, but we want all of you guys to feel comfortable with asking us things and everything. We'll send it out to the group, you know what I mean? And I think that's what we'll call this. Ask the group.
Yes, group session.
Yeah, it's like a group session. Hold on, let's move this forward just a little bit here, because I don't think we done lost. Yeah, there we go. So, so I have a friend of mine. All right, let's preface this by let's call him cause okay. Let's call this friend Smooth White Chocolate. All right, because he's a white guy. Let's just preface that. All right, so I got my friend Smooth White Chocolate, all right, and basically he's in a situation, all right? He's in a situation where he has been dealing with a lover for a while now, okay?
A while meaning years.
A while, yeah.
Years.
So,
finesse, plural.
We'll call him the musician, all right? The musician's a black guy, okay?
So we got,
Smooth White Chocolate.
Smooth White Chocolate and the musician.
And the musician.
Okay.
Okay, so the musician, right, they've been dealing with each other off and on. They took breaks. You know, they've had a history of taking breaks from each other. You know, just, you know, a good dating relationship is what I would call it. You know, to me is what I got the impression of. So
I need to take notes.
Mm-hmm. So they've been dealing with each other for a while, to the point where they feel comfortable with saying, you know, like, I love you to one another, you know, and that they have what was told to me, and this is quote unquote from, you know, the conversation, quote unquote.
White Chocolate said.
Yes, they say I love you, and they have a genuine love for one another. You know what I mean? Because, you know, they're involved, you know, and that's okay, you know. And I'm going to give you guys my impression as I'm going along. You know, because my impression when he told me that was that, okay, y'all have been, you know, shacking up for a while together, you know, and, you know, there's feelings there, you know, like I don't want to see no bad happen to you, and yes, I love you. I say I love you because I love the person, but I'm not necessarily in love. Because if he was in love, he would have used that kind of language, you know, in telling me about this situation with him. Well, you know, long story short, they took a break this summer. They've been getting real heavy. I know it's kind of too late for the long story short thing. But they took a break and everything. And then they've been real hot and heavy as of late. But Smooth White Chocolate found some chat logs between the musician and some other people, you know, and the chats were apparently, you know, suggestive in nature. So my Smooth White Chocolate then reconnects with a guy that he's known and everything. This guy apparently is in the last year of, you know, of his studies at Temple. So, and, you know, he described him as
different than a musician.
Yes, this is the other guy.
Oh, so this is Temple Nerd.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, we're gonna call him Temple Nerd because Smooth White Chocolate described him as sexy and nerdy. So, and also a black guy. So, Smooth White Chocolate is talking with Temple Nerd, and, you know, conversation is like, yeah, you know, I used to have a crush on you, and then it's like, oh, well, I used to have a crush on you too. And so, it's like, you know, conversation then, you know, gets all into, you know, things and everything. Yeah, so, you know what I mean, yeah, so it's like about chicka wow wow conversations. So then it's like, okay, you know, my friend is like, oh, well, I don't know, because I like, you know, I like the Temple Nerd and everything, but get this, right? There's chat logs from the musician to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Then, musician goes to Massachusetts, and Smooth White Chocolate doesn't find out until the day that the dude is in Massachusetts. Like, just makes no nothing. So, he's kind of like, should I, you know, his main question is, should he explore, you know, the Temple Nerd, or, you know, or should he make things work with the musician? And there was a couple more questions that I asked him and everything to get the full sense of it.
So bad.
So I asked him, I said, my first question to Smooth White Chocolate was, okay, are there any serious tethers? Like, i.e. financial? Like, you know, do you guys have things together? Do you guys live together?
If they haven't even solidified if they were in a relationship or not, they should not have any tethers like that.
Yeah. So apparently, no, there is no tethers, right? There's no financial tethers. They say that they normally go to sleep with one another, either at his place or the musician's place. So, you know, it's like no real emotional tethers and stuff like that, other than time, you know, sex and, you know, time and everything. And so my next question is, did you and the musician have a conversation to define the boundaries and define your relationship and everything? And Smooth White Chocolate told me, no. No, we never really had a conversation. I mean, just assumed that we were exclusive. No. I never cheated, but I don't, you know,
That's dangerous.
Exactly. So, what I told Smooth White Chocolate, I'm going to give my opinion, then you can give yours. What I told Smooth White Chocolate was that, okay, so it sounds to me like, you know, that there was no real definition of boundaries and everything. So I understand that, you know, you may feel like you're in a relationship, but it sounds to me that you guys are just dating. So what I would recommend is that you have a conversation with Temple Nerd first, okay? Have a conversation with Temple Nerd first. See where he's at, and he said that Temple Nerd they had a conversation and stuff like that, a little brief conversation about things, and that Temple Nerd was willing to take steps and everything else like that, build and stuff. It was great. But I said, you need to really see where his head is at, because it sounds like you're ready to commit yourself to someone who you want to be committed to you, and that's what you need. So you need to define that and say, hey, I know that, I'm not trying to get all hot and heavy right off the gate, Temple Nerd, but, do you see things getting serious? Do you see that things are, Find out where his head is, because that's important, because then that lets you know how much emotions you can invest if there is anything to happen between, Smooth White Chocolate and Temple Nerd. And then I said, and then if his head vibes jive with your head vibes, then by all means, explore that if you need something different. But you also have to have a conversation with the musician, because if that is a situation that you really want to work on, if you are in love with him, then you need to work on that. You know what I mean? And if there is anything there besides, brotherly love, then, you'll have to have a conversation, define your relationship, and keep it within those defined parameters in order for it to be successful for the both of you. But if you want something different, then you're going to have to cut it off, And if things aren't, it is what it is. Like, you're either going to have to say, hey, is this what it is? Are we free to see other people, or. So what do you think? That's what I told him. And then come and find out, dude went to Massachusetts and now is in, somewhere else.
All right, so I'm going to start with that.
I
made little bullet points here. I'm going to start with that one. Without commitment or something clearly defined through a conversation, I can go where I want to go. You can go where you want to go. If I tell you, okay, if I don't, no harm, no foul, because we are not together. We experience and we share moments together that we both enjoy. I enjoy the person that you are, vice versa. However, we did not commit to a relationship, which gives me my next point. Giving exclusivity without a commitment. So Smooth White Chocolate is feeling so but so bound by this person, musician, and in love with this person, that automatically, because of the emotions that we share, because of the physical activities that we may have done, now I feel like we are together. And I know a lot of people do that when you get into a relationship with somebody, or you start feeling somebody out, and you guys go a little further than just going out on dates, but it goes inside the house and it gets very intimate. Some people take that really serious. Like, I'm not just sleeping around with anybody, and when I give myself to a person, it means a lot. So the fact that we both went there, I'm thinking that you feeling the way that I'm feeling. So if we're feeling the same way, that means we must be together. Not so. Everybody doesn't feel that way. I can have an emotional connection with you. We can have amazing sex. But if we don't have that conversation and that understanding, I should not be giving you exclusivity. So it leads me to my next point. What constitutes dating? And can you date multiple people? If you're just dating, yes, that's exactly what you are. You're dating. I'm going out on a date. I want to go out for drinks. I want to go out to a brunch. I want to go skydiving. Those are dates. I can go on a date with my friends. I can go on a date with my mother or my children. That's a date. But when you are actually becoming intimate with the person, and it doesn't have to be intimate physically, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally intimate with the person, and it's like, you know what? I want to build with you. I think that with a conversation is what constitute dating. Another question I had was, how soon should you reveal to someone that you're dating that you love them? Or should you reveal to someone that you're dating that you love them?
No.
And my thing is not how soon should you say I love you, or when is it appropriate to say I love you to a person, but like, should you even reveal that to someone that you're just dating?
No. I mean, it's like, if you're really in love with the person, that's when you tell them, that you love them. It's not, because I've dated people and I have love for those people. I have love for them because I don't want to see nothing bad happen to them.
Yeah.
And I only want the best for them because we have such a good relationship. But, you know, and yeah, we shacked up. Yeah, we did it a couple of times and stuff like that. But I'm not in love with, you know, so-and-so. I don't know. I'm not going to say a name because it's probably...
Not in love with
But,
Temple
yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah,
So I'm getting
exactly.
quote names. So yeah, I would say more so the musician. I think that there's a lot more there, and I think that he should really explore that. Have that conversation. Don't just assume because this person is having all these chat logs or going on trips without telling you that this person doesn't think or have in their mindset that they want to be in a relationship or want to be monogamous with you. But if you don't have the conversation, you won't know. So my suggestion would be have the conversation because maybe the musician's looking at Smooth White Chocolate like, hey, he's on his thing. We see each other when we see each other, and maybe he's not ready for a relationship. I don't know because we did not have the conversation.
Exactly.
So don't just jump over to Temple Nerd. Temple Nerd might be a sexy nerd, but if your heart is really with the musician, I think that you should give this person and give yourself the decency of a conversation and see if there is something there. Because maybe it's just you're caught up in the emotions of what's going on in the moment, and you have strong feelings for the person. That doesn't mean that you guys will actually do good in a relationship. So have that conversation. You can move on to the next topic because I'll preach forever about that.
So there you have it, Smooth White Chocolate. Smooth White Chocolate out there. Hopefully you're watching and everything. There you have it. You know, I mean, I already gave you my opinion. It still stands. I even discussed it with the better half of greatness, PJ, you know. And, you know, PJ was like, well, you know, if the musician, he's a musician. So you already know that musicians is, you know, out there doing their little thing and everything and pounding on all types of drums is what he said. That's what PJ said. Yeah, out there pounding on a whole bunch of different drums. So, you know, go for what you know with Temple Nerd. That was what PJ said, and that's the better half of greatness coming to you. But there you have it from us. It's all about the conversation. And anybody else that's dealing that to where you're between...
I do want to say this because it's going to be difficult. Is now you... Because it sounds to me that Smooth White Chocolate is like already doing things with Temple Nerd, so there's something there for both of them. So if you have this conversation with the musician, now you have to find a way to, if the musician is really going to go forward with a relationship with you, how are you going to let down the Temple Nerd?
It was just a couple of days of conversation, you know. Like
okay, so it's not too serious. So it's basically, oh my gosh, this guy is amazing. I would like to get to know more about him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
And getting his pants.
Don't confuse the two.
Not saying don't get in his
Sometimes I
pants.
just want
If
to
you
know a
can
person
get
in
in
the
his
biblical
pants,
sense.
if he's that good looking and you can get into his pants without, you know, emotionally scarring anybody involved, by all means, I'm all for it. Get to as many pants as you can. But yeah, there you have it, Smooth White Chocolate. Hopefully that information and that input from, you know, from the group was good for you, and hopefully that the group therapy session here was nice. That is our little new venture into, you know, into Ask the Group.
So if you guys have a question or concern or a situation going on in your life that you want us to give you some feedback on, send it to our inboxes.
Yep.
We'll go through it. You will be anonymous, and we'll have this conversation with you.
Yep.
So
We'll give you a cute little pet name like we just did, Smooth White Chocolate.
you can even suggest it.
You can suggest your own nickname, and we will use it.
Yes, we will.
So ask the group. Send it to us. Stony Greatness on Facebook, Stony Greatness Instagram, Stony Greatness on Twitter. You know.
Kevin GreatMines on Facebook, King Kevin on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat even.
Yeah.
So
even
though I'm not on Snapchat.
We're out there. Inboxes. You know, get us your situation. We'll ask the group.
Yes, give us your situation.
Yeah. So, let's talk about Pride coming up here. So, we are a local show here, and, you know, we're based in Philadelphia, beautiful sunny in Philadelphia, brotherly love, city of brotherly love. And Black Gay Pride is coming up next week. One of the things that, we wanted to discuss and talk about, just the overall experience, our experience with Pride do's and don'ts, Pride memories. Like, and I'll be honest, I don't really have any Pride memories because I don't really go out like that. Yes. Yeah, I mean, we do have Pride memories.
You should assume that I'm going to have something for you guys.
We do. Like last year alone.
Oh, no. I don't want to talk about that.
We're going to move on.
We're not going to talk about that.
That is a bad Pride memory. But I don't...
All right, real quick, for those of you who don't know, I got arrested last Pride.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was just like so safe and in the clear. And obviously I wasn't. I'm not going into details. Case still pending. No, I'm playing. It's been expunged. Because I'm not guilty of committing a crime. But they still made me pay a fine and do community service. I guess they...
Yeah, because the cops had to come out there. So you got to pay us back for the cops coming out there for nothing.
Anyway. So that was last year, Pride. Let's see. Pride experiences was full of sex. I mean, and that's probably the worst example because I don't want people to come to Pride thinking, "Oh, I'm going to have sex." I mean, it's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Like,
Pride is a lot of sex.
So let me see if I can pinpoint one. I used to go down to Miami Scissors. There was a friend. We don't speak anymore. My choice. I met him in New York years ago when I was just starting in the adult industry. And he was at this club. It was a huge club, but he caught my eye, and we became friends. It wasn't sexual at first. He lived in North Jersey. I lived in Philly, so I would travel to New York or North Jersey, and he'd call me, "Hey, Kev, I'm at Scissors. You want to come?" I'm like, "Sure, when?" Like, right now. I'm like, okay. How I'm getting there? He's like, "I'll buy you the ticket." So it was like that. Just flew out to the Scissors.
Buy them tickets.
Literally, I remember that day I jumped on a plane, or the day after I jumped on a plane, and was
I've never been there. Nobody calls Tony up and says, "Hey, greatness, you wanna just hop on a plane? I got a ticket." No, and that's because I do not have that's because I don't have a ginormous penis. My penis been the same size since I was a baby. So this guy over here with the ginormous penis gets everything. That's the way the world works.
Some people like micro penises. Some people like tops. Anyway, you can laugh at that. Come on.
No.
You know you want to laugh.
No, I don't want to laugh.
Yes, you do. All right. Anyway, so I forget what hotel we were in, but the host hotel. I was on whatever floor it was, and everyone typically they get from floor to floor in the elevator. So you know what that meant? That meant the stairwells were free reign for all types of orgies and sex parties. And I mean, I actually never experienced it, but these were the rumors that I heard. Like there was always I would hear this person say, "Oh, this was just happening in the stairwell. This was happening in the stairwell." So that was a very interesting Pride. I two things I did that was kind of like, Kevin, you could have did better. I've always said I wanted to go to a Pride and wear nothing but my underwear. It was supposed to have been Atlanta, but it ended up being New York. I went to New York Pride. I felt like I got my life. Maybe I got too much life. I gave too much away. A friend of mine came to me later and said, Kevin,
gave too much life away.
He was just giving too much.
Yeah, so
it was so stupid.
Right in the
eye. It burns.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
So I think maybe in that Pride I was doing way too much. Then the other thing was another Pride in New York. And the person I was with that time, we had a challenge. And it was still kind of nasty because, like, we went up to strangers asking for Pride kisses, not knowing what they had, whose dick or ass they were eating or sucking. If they had some type of whatever. If you were cute.
Life.
If you were cute, we walked up to you and asked for a Pride kiss.
That is the life.
And most people gave it to us.
I've never done any of this, guys. Like, keep in mind, I just said I don't have no
Pride because
I've never gone out with Pride.
That was the thing that I did a couple years ago. Yeah, those are my Pride stories.
It's crazy because everybody paints me like I'm a whore, right? I don't have any pride stories because I don't.
I mean, they don't have to be
go,
sexual.
Like, and one pride story. Went to Atlanta Pride. The only pride that I ever went to, like outside of anything. You know what I mean? I'm like lost my ID on the way down. You know, had to sneak in to other to parties and stuff like that. Use another person's extra that was already with us. One other person that was with us apparently had an extra form of ID. So I'm walking around with his extra copy of, you know what I mean? Just so happens that we kind of look alike, you know what I mean? And so, like, that's what I was using to get into places. I didn't have any type of sex when I was down there. I spent a whole boatload of fucking money.
That's the problem. People think that you gotta have sex at Pride.
I was single and I wanted to. Like, that was something that I was looking forward to. My first big Pride experience, and I'm going to Black Gay Mecca, Atlanta, and stuff like that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened. Like, I was just in the room the whole time because I didn't have no ID and stuff like that. So, it was like, really? I had this extra ID.
If you
We
were
kind of
trying to have
looked
sex,
alike.
you didn't need an ID.
Yeah, no. And then we were all the way out and, you know, on the outside. And there were people staying, you know, in the hotel that were there for Pride, but they were ugly.
Y'all were in the Overflow. What's up, Allow?
What's up, Allow?
Y'all were in the Overflow Hotel where either y'all were getting a deal or the host hotel.
That's what it was. It was a deal because
So because that happened to me one year going to Pride in Atlanta where I ended up in a hotel in Marietta somewhere.
Yeah, it was in Marietta. Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. Then that. After like all the parties and everything is done, you gotta sit there and drive back to the hotel to hope you don't get into an accident because you've been smoking or drinking too much. So,
and I mean, outside of anything else, it was a very nice ride down. But other than that, like I'm like at Pride memories, like I don't go out during Philly Pride. So
how are we gonna do this next segment talking about do's and don'ts if you haven't even really experienced Pride? I need to be schooling you, I guess. If you decide to go out,
I just know certain things that you don't do based off of hearing stories, and all right, so don't get fisted on Pride.
Don't wear all white at Pride. It's gonna get messed up.
Yeah, no, not even at the all white parties. Why do you even?
No. So listen, if you go to an all white party, you go, and immediately after you leave. Go change your clothes. Change in the car, change in the bathroom, change at your hotel, but immediately change because that white will come out beige by the time you're done. You got any more?
Let's see. Host hotel etiquette. Is it okay to leave your door room open and just take whatever comes in? Quite literally.
Well, some people do it at the bathhouse. Why not do it at the hotel?
More rooms. More opportunities.
I would say no. I would say no because you don't know there are creeps everywhere. And even for safety reasons, please don't do that. Invite people that you feel comfortable with and be careful even with that. If you're on apps, be careful. All right, so here's the big thing. A lot of people feel like if I go out of town, I can be the biggest whore and come home and be cool. But what happens in Atlanta, don't stay in Atlanta if you're not protected. I mean, we all know that everyone likes to do the bareback to raw thing. It's the fun thing to do. Everyone's doing it. We see it in the porn. I'm guilty of it. I know I am. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I'm not. But when you go out of town, don't think that's a free pass because you'll come back with something that you can't get rid of. So don't.
Or it's painful to get rid of it.
And you're walking around with 2 weeks with a limp and a sore booty. And not from the booty shots that you want. So be careful if you're going to a Pride in another city, or even in your own city, because you have a lot of people that come to your town thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So just be really careful. Let's see, what else don't you do at Pride? Don't go broke. Don't go somewhere if you ain't got no money in your pocket. Please don't, because you will be sitting on the outside looking at everybody else have fun, and you'll be feeling stupid and wishing you would have stayed home. So make sure you save up a little bit of money to go. And if you ain't working, then you don't need to be a Pride anyway. Plain and simple. Any other ideas?
Well, I don't know. I don't got any. Do you guys have anything? Comment below. All right. Ask us, Eddie, your pride
And
do's
Julia
and
said,
don'ts.
you guys, y'all are hilarious. Thank you.
your pride memories and everything. Tell us about them because we want to hear about them and stuff like that. My Facebook stream went down. So, okay, I guess that's it on Stone of Greatness.
Watch your. Thank you, Reggie. I was just thinking that. Watch your drinks, because people will slip you. Say, "Oh, Bill Cosby, you in a second. You better watch your drinks." Yeah, I would just go ahead and go live. I wouldn't worry about all that.
There we go.
Don't just sit your drinks around and don't trust anybody. All right, so this wasn't even pride. Somebody I was dating some years back. We were at Shampoo, and we came together. We were in a relationship, not just dating. We were a couple, and we had a couple of friends with us. And he went off like when I'm in a club with like my boyfriend or whatever. I don't have to be like this the entire time. No, you got friends, I got friends, we got collective friends. We're dancing, having a good time. I don't need to be up your ass the entire night. But it's a problem when one of my best friends is saying, "Kevin, you need to take him home." He's tore up, and I know he ain't had no money in his pocket. He's just taking drinks from other people. Don't do that. When you in another city or you're not with somebody that you know and trust, don't just be accepting drinks from people. Because like I said, they will Bill Cosby your ass in a minute. And then your friends will be looking for you like, well, I know I walked in with Kevin, but I ain't see Kevin since.
Yeah,
Be
Kevin
careful.
over there in the corner getting fisted by eight dudes from Biloxi, Mississippi.
All at the same time. That's nasty. What is it with you on fisting tonight?
I don't know.
Have you ever been fisted?
No.
Would you ever fist someone?
Would I fist someone?
Yeah.
Probably. PJ would have to be involved though because he.
Oh, so it wouldn't be PJ though?
No.
Hi, PJ.
No, it would not be PJ. It would not be PJ. Although I've tried, but.
Well, so what he did? He said don't. He wouldn't let you.
I will stop because he's gonna kill me.
All right, good one.
What's that?
Julia said, make sure your cell phone is charged just in case.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have a portable charger. Make sure it's fully charged. Have a portable charger. If you have an Android, get an extra battery.
Yeah. Got.
Um,
Hey, and if you need a place to buy a power bank, and that's what they're called, get yourself a nice power bank. If you need a place to buy a power bank, thewarmingstore.com has you covered. Go there.
Nice
$5 flat shipping. It'll be
Nice
great
plug.
for you.
Is that where you got your
Tell
charger
them,
from?
tell them Stoney sent you. You'll get a discount.
Is that where you got your charger? Your power bank from?
Yeah, that's where I got my power bank from. That is supporting
Both our phones
right
now.
now.
So
Thewarmingstore.com.
I guess I have to endorse them. Actually, they need to sponsor us. If we gonna give them shout-outs in place like that, thewarmingstore.com needs to give us some type of donation. God bless you and all of your parts. Anyway, so I'm up in the air. I'm tossed back and forth with this when it comes down to going to a pride, going to parties, going to events. Should you go alone or go with friends? Now, this is why I'm torn, because it's safety in numbers. However, it's annoying as hell when you're ready to go and you gotta gather the troops and somebody's going all over the place and they don't want to go along with you or whatever the case may be. Hey Tim, that is annoying. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Should you go to pride events by yourself or should you go? Like, are you the life of the party? Can you maintain? Like, I don't like going places by myself because I feel like I'm just standing around. I really don't know nobody. And everybody's looking at me all cockeyed, looking like, okay, I know that's him. And I got all these strangers walking up to me. Oh, I got this situation. It wasn't even pride. I was at this club. I was working, taking pictures at this event. And people recognized me. So one guy kept saying, stop. So one guy said, you look familiar, but I don't know where. And his friend did like this. Oh, let me see it. Stop. What's up, Nas? So it was like, no. First off, I'm working. Two, I'm in a relationship. Stop it.
That's what he wanted. That's what
Three,
he wanted.
no, it ain't happening. So throughout the night, this dude, he kept flirting. He said he offered to buy me. I took the drink. Okay, he offered to buy me a drink. I took the drink. I saw it go from the bartender to my hand. I took that drink. But he felt then that he was entitled to touch me. And when I confronted him about it, he said, well, I already did it. What you gonna do about it now?
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, I don't like that. So going places by myself, I'm not too cool.
What do you mean you don't
That's
like
why
that?
you gotta set ground rules so all your crew members will be on one accord.
What do you mean you
That's
don't like
church
that?
right there. We gonna be on one
listen,
accord. That is church.
Listen,
Church all up in it.
Listen, America.
Hey, what's going on, Lee?
Listen, America. All right,
Lee.
Donald
Hold
Trump
on, wait,
is president.
no, wait.
I'm gonna, if I buy you a drink, I'm gonna grab your pussy. All right, I'm just gonna do it.
No.
All right, that's
no,
what
wait,
it is.
Wait. Philly
That's
Black,
what it is.
hold on. The Philly Black Pride president is actually watching right now, so maybe Lee Thomas can give us. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot like that, Lee, but maybe he can give us some pointers on what to do and what not to do during Black Pride.
Yeah, by all means.
Chime in. Now, I don't give a damn how many drinks you buy me unless I let you know that it's welcome. Do not touch me.
I'm gonna grab your pussy.
Would you like that to happen to you if somebody just walked up to you and grabbed your ass?
If you got me a drink, you get a grab. I'll give you a grab.
I'm going to the liquor store. I'll buy you a bottle right
get
now.
me- you
I'll be
get
right
me-
back. I'm going to buy him a bottle.
You
so
get
I
me
can,
top shelf, and you will get a grab.
if I'm getting you
That-
top shelf in the entire bottle, I'm getting more than just a grab.
All right, you might get a kiss on it, but that's about
Kiss?
it. Yeah,
I'm
that's it.
spreading the cheeks. I'm licking it. I'm biting it. And shit, depending on the brand, I might even poke you.
I know.
Shit, if I'm buying you that much, Mr.
Line
We Live in Trump America.
Crossed, no.
You said it. I'm just going with what you said.
No.
I'm sorry.
No poke. No poke.
All right, so let's move on. Let's go to another topic because we'll be here forever. Which I think
Oh,
we've already been here longer than an hour.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
our
we have-
that's our little segment on Pride. Shout out to Philly Black Pride. They're gonna put on an outstanding show this year. And they will not be
And shout
overshadowed.
Shout out to the firm and Social Life Entertainment.
Yeah, got a big old party at the convention center.
They're doing a day party at
Yeah.
City Hall, Dilworth
Yeah.
Plaza. So yeah,
Yeah,
They're doing it big this year.
We're coming up, and it's awesome. It's awesome, and then you can go watch the Jamaicans run track and swing all around.
I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be the one.
I honestly thought that was one of the main reasons why
Definitely
Philly Black Pride is always around Penn Relay Weekend is because the big dick Jamaicans are in town. Let's get woo!
I'm gonna be hanging out all week. I done changed my whole mind about not going out. I'll be hanging out all weekend over by the Parkway, the Art Museum.
And football players, because the NFL draft is going to be in town.
I wonder how they're going to do that because the Parkway is going to be where the draft is. But isn't that normally where they do the Penn Relays?
No, Penn Relays is down at Franklin Field on the stadium on the track.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where they have it at. Down the street from here.
That's even better because that's further away from all the drama of the NFL draft. So that sounds good to me.
I'm saying it's like a gay guy's dream though, because you're gonna have big bodied undercover football players in hotels.
Then you got the athletic,
and then you're gonna have the slim athletic runners in hotels.
And then you got all the gay guys.
And you got all the black gay guys coming in town. Oh my God, it is going to be like at least
camping. You know what?
The amount of penis in Philadelphia. You could probably wrap the earth. You could probably line them all up and go from here to the moon or here to Mars with the amount of penis and everything. And he's half of it.
Can we stop talking about my penis, please?
No,
my mom's watching this.
It just takes so much room in the...
My mom's watching this. My mom don't
so
want to hear about my dick.
Room. It takes so much
my
air.
My mom don't want to hear about my dick, though.
Out of the room.
I'm just saying.
I'm competing to breathe with that.
Make sure you find out close routes during the weekend so traffic don't. Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's a big thing because there's gonna be so much going on.
Yeah, because the Parkway shut down.
I would even say use the train system, but they're gonna be crowded as hell.
Yeah.
So I mean, definitely look at the news, check out what's going on because it is going to be crazy.
Yeah, traffic is going to be crazy here, especially for all you out-of-towners that are watching us, that are, planning on coming here and enjoying the festivities. Yes. I can't give you any inside hints as to where the cheap, good parking is. Sorry, but
right, just, all the places that I would recommend, it's going to be taken up.
Yeah, so
I feel bad for people that actually live in Center City because their neighborhoods are going to be raided with so many different types of people and parties and drinking and craziness going on for an entire weekend. It's going to be worse than when the Pope was here because at least it was quiet when he was here.
Yeah, because everybody left and then not a lot of people came.
Yeah, people were blocked out of Center City.
But there's so many events here that just inherently are going to bring in a lot of people that Philly is going to be extremely crowded starting pretty much probably on Tuesday because people are probably going to start getting here.
I might throw a pop-up party just because. While we both looking, you saw the name and look too.
Yeah, I did.
That was the other half of greatness. Anyway, so those are my do's and don'ts. Dress appropriately, and appropriately means know which event you're going to and look decent for.
Yeah.
Check the traffic, like Lee said, which is a great thing. Do something other than just the parties. Go to some of the workshops and learn a little something, and be a part of something that's more than just shaking your ass and drinking all night.
I mean, granted, as a community, we're all about having fun, and especially here on the show, we will tell you to go out, enjoy yourself, enjoy life, because at the end of the day, you only get one, and you might as well enjoy it.
All right.
But
so another point. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Another
ahead. Pointer from Lee would be: stay parked in a hotel and use public transportation. Most events are in center cities, so accessibility is easy. And then Reggie said, pride events. Would you prefer a club or a house party?
I don't know.
I think like house parties, especially if I'm amongst my friends, which actually I am going to a house party on the 29th. I'm with friends. I'm in a controlled environment. It's going to be a lot of people, but it won't be like wall-to-wall crowd like this. People stepping on your clothes.
And you'll know a lot more
all
people.
night. And if someone did at a house party, it's a little bit more acceptable and less chance of getting into a fight with a stranger. You'll get in a fight with your friends. You'll get over it the next day. You won't be worried about nobody killing nobody in a house party. My opinion, what I would rather do.
It doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm the type of, to get back to your point too, where, you go by yourself. I'm an Aries, so I'm a natural loner. I'm okay with being alone and going to places alone. I went to restaurants and eaten by myself, which a lot of people seem to think is weird.
I don't mind doing that. I won't go to a movie by myself.
Yeah, I've never gone to a movie by myself, although I wouldn't mind doing it either. If I really wanted to go see a movie and no one else wanted to go with me, I would go by myself. I'm perfectly okay with being by myself. So that's why I would say that, to the point earlier about going to certain events by yourself, I don't know. If I was single, and was just, like, granted, there was a point in time where when I was single, I really wanted to go to Miami Sizzle. I've never been to Miami Sizzle. I wanted to up and go. And so, I would have honestly went by myself, because then I don't have anybody to, look out for. I can just look out for myself. I can connect with people and everything else like that, and
which brings up another good point. Do you go to Pride with your lover?
If y'all have a good enough relationship, yeah, like me, like both PJ and I would like to go to Miami Sizzle, together. We've talked about it, we've discussed things, we've had that discussion in certain situations, like there's certain things when we go to Brazil that we know we're going to do. We know we're going to have a threesome when we go to Brazil. It's Brazil. Do you know how they make them in Brazil? So, we're going to do it when we go there because it's Brazil. We got to get us one of the Brazilian boys. But, yeah, hey.
I turned over. Wait. More to be saying. Movie date night alone is fun. Taking yourself on a date is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like I said, I've done certain things by myself. The only thing I just don't like to do, and I don't know why, is go to the movies by myself. Maybe I do know why, because I sleep at movies. I need somebody to nudge me that I know, because I don't want to be in a...
I wouldn't, and I'm not a club person, so I don't think I would go to a club by myself. I would be more apt to go to a house party by myself,
like if I'm out of town,
I know people.
Like there's been times I've been out of town and I will go to a club by myself because I didn't go there with anybody. So in that situation, yeah, I'll go to a club by myself. I'll grab a drink by myself. I've done happy hour by myself.
I've gone to a bar, by myself and had a couple of drinks at the bar, but never to a club. I don't know.
And then for me, it's little...
I don't want to be the weird, creepy guy staying over there with the drink.
Especially not here in Philly. Like, I go out by myself. I know, like, everybody in the club anyway. So, you would know a good number. You may not know everybody, but you know a good number of people in the club if you went out to the club. So, it's like, yeah, you can go out to a club by yourself. But the movies, I don't know. I always felt like movies should be like you and somebody all cuddled up, or a group of friends going together.
It didn't have to be. I've never gone, but I would go to a movie by myself. So... house party or club, either one. Honestly, it's up to you. If you're from out of town, like if I was at a Pride, like in freaking Dallas, I probably wouldn't go to a house party because I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't know people.
So I went to this one house party. I talk about it all the time in Chicago. I got to the house party around about 2:45 ish, and they were partying. People were still coming in 10 a.m. I ain't built for that. It was dope, obviously, but I'm not built for that. So I actually would want to experience a house party in other cities and stuff like that. But since I'm in another city, I want to go to a club. I want to, actually go out and have fun.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, we've been talking about a lot. I think we've passed our hour. We had a couple other things, but we can talk about it next time.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next time. He has to watch Real Housewives, so we'll talk about some Real Housewives stuff earlier. But it's a movie. It only matters. Uh-huh.
Well, for me, every time I leave the movie, the conversation starts right there. I'm not going to talk to myself. I want to get somebody else's opinion and see their excitement and their takes on it. Or
it's not no big deal walking out of a movie talking to say, "Hey, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. How did you like that movie? I thought it was absolutely amazing. The cinematography in the movie was just brilliantly done. But I thought the director made a bad choice in the second act. It's all right to have a conversation with yourself. It's all right. Perfectly healthy."
Okay, I choose not to. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, sticking in here with us, having all these conversations. We love you. Give us some thumbs up, hearts, smiley faces. If you have a topic that you would like for us to talk about, remember, inbox me, Kevin GreatMines, or Stony Greatness, or Stony the Great.
Stony Greatness.
Stony Greatness on for him on all social media. Kevin GreatMines on Facebook and King Kevin on Instagram and Twitter. And just keep it locked and keep an eye peeled because we will be back with more. And we love you guys. And that's the Great Mind Show for you.